What is up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. I am Beck, your host. I'm happy to be here with y'all. I am happy y'all are here with me. Happy calendar new year. Okay, happy 2024. Welcome. All right. Granted, we are still in our hibernation season, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that. But with a new year does come some new beginnings. And even though this is not our natural new year, it is our calendar new year. And my channel is growing, and I'm getting more inspirations and a little bit more of an understanding about how I would like to run things here on my channel. And so I will be adding a new segment that will start at the head of every month. I'm a little bit late this month, but I don't care because it's my birthday month and I do what I want. Aquarius. So this new segment, we're going to call it the monthly rundown, okay? And so the monthly rundown is going to consist of a couple little basic astrological things because y'all, I'm on basic level 2. I'm not up there. Your girlie is not up there, but I have some basic knowledge, and I also have a couple cool websites that I like to use that I will also offer up for y'all to use if you'd like as well. So the monthly rundown is going to consist of a couple basic astrological things like our dates for our new and full moons, and what those new and full moons will be in, like the sign, and the energy that that sign is typically attached to or related to. Okay. And it'll also be what the energy for me is during the month and what the energy for the season is during the month. And that is separate from astrological. That's just the energy that the season is bringing. And a couple things that I am doing within this energy of this season to maybe give you some ideas of some nice things that you could do too. Okay. I'm gonna whip out my handy dandy laptop that has been very much scribbled on by a toddler because this is the life I live. So the first website that I'm using is actually a new discovery for me, but I think it's dope. It's a website called Astrology, and it breaks down a lot of stuff. It breaks down moon phases, moon cycles. You can do love compatibility, numerology. There's forum discussions, birthday database, love compatibility. I think I said that. Astro tools, free horoscope. Like, there's tons of stuff on here, and it's a really cool website, and it's really in depth. Like, this is not a promo. Like, I just found this, and it's super dope. But yeah, let me tell you these moons. Oh, so again, that's Astroseek, the website. So our new moon for January already happened, and that was on January 11th, and that was a new moon in Capricorn. Coming up on Thursday, January 25th, which is the day after my birthday, we have a full moon in Leo. So let's break down a little bit about the full moon in Leo here. Let me just read what this website has to say, and then we will jump into what another great website, great resource, CoStar. We're going to jump into that and see a little bit more of a breakdown of what Leo is and what they are about. Okay, so let's get into what we see on Astroseek here. Moon in Leo. You feel safe in moments when you can impress others and get praise and admiration. Yet, when you get into the spotlight, you may feel yourself at a loss. Maybe you should admit your fear of criticism and your inability to accept criticism. It's very important to accept feedback and use it for improvement. So that's what they have here for your moon in Leo. And again, this is January 25th. And I just want to break down the zodiac sign of Leo a little bit. Like I said, I love the CoStar Astrology app, and I love their website. And that's like the main astrology app that I use on my phone. But here's a little bit of what they say about Leos. Leos inject ambition into everything they do. They are ruled by the heart. Their actions are natural and effortless because they are brash and confident and trust their instincts. They will use their anger as a protective wall to shield their vulnerabilities. They want to be perceived as unbreakable because they are scared of admitting vulnerability, needing things from other people, or being incomplete. A Leo's bad side appears when their admirable character traits cross over into excess They can be perceived as overbearing, but this is due to their hyper presence and warmth. Leos have a reputation of bragging a lot. They see bragging as sharing. Sharing their accomplishments with others makes Leos feel connected, and they expect the same in return from their friends. They want to be celebrated, but they are equally happy to celebrate you. Leos like to feel important. They don't necessarily want to be worshipped. They just want to be recognized for their authentic selves. The difference between admiration and worship is subtle, but it's the difference between a Leo being preoccupied with themselves or being focused on the good of the people they care about. Leos want to be centered of the universe. They want to be rewarded for being the best and brightest. They want to be given special treatment. They also want to feel deserving of it. Okay, so that was a little breakdown of kind of what Leo energy is giving. And also an important thing to remember is when it comes to the moon, you should look at Leo energy and how Leo energy affects a person as a whole, right? But it's also very important to look into your natal chart to see where Leo falls in your chart, and then dissect how that area is going to be affected by the energy of the moon as well. Like, that's all completely encompassing of understanding how you will be pushed and pulled by the moon in this season. Like I said, again, that was the CoStar Astrology website. Like I said, dope app, okay? Super dope. Another thing that I want to point out also is make sure you look at what particular house is ruled by Leo energy and unpack that as well, okay? So lots of journaling, lots of understanding, lots of looking within, and that is perfect for the season that we're in. So that's a little glimpse at our basic astrology that we're going to be looking at here on the channel. And as time goes and as I grow and as you guys grow with me, the astrology will get a little more, a little more advanced friendly. But I always love to give something very nice and basic, because sometimes astrology can get, when you get in the thick of it, it can get confusing. And so it's nice to have something a little more basic, a little more digestible. Okay. All right. So the energy for this season, let's jump right into that. As we all know, this is currently hibernation season. The winter solstice took place on December 21st, y'all. So we've been in winter since then. And now that it is January, by the end of this month, we will only have about 2 months left in the winter season or the hibernation season. The energy right now, it's all very internal, and that's because we haven't entered the true new year yet. We haven't entered our spring equinox, and our spring equinox, that is our true new year. That is when everything blooms, all life re-begins, reanimates, the trees start blossoming, flowers start blossoming, the bees are out, they're singing, they're happy, they're ready to go. So that is our natural true new year in this life. And our winter season is the time when all things must hibernate, all things must rest. So the energy right now is rest. And that's not to say don't do anything, but you can have an active rest season. And I will explain what I mean by that. The energy for this time right now is very much slowing down, maybe going a little more within and being a little more like nature. A couple of examples of how we can do that as people: planning, journaling, lots of planning and journaling for what is to come in the new year, what you're gonna jump off with in the spring, because whatever you put that natural energy behind is bound to succeed. Whatever you put in the natural flow of life, it's going to take off. So what you want to do right now is focus on planning, ironing out the details, really understanding what your plan is, because if you can start there, the next steps, what you're going to do next, is going to blow up. Okay, go within, plan, but also rest. Like, do things that are going to be restful, peaceful for your body. Drink lots of warm tea. I was just drinking tea. You know what I'm saying? Read up, study up. That's another part. Study up. And that's a big part of planning, is really studying up. One thing I started was I started reading gardening basics for dummies, which I pretty much know most of this stuff, but I want to be completely ready for this year's gardening season. I'm even going to be doing like a herbal garden inside and trying some new things inside before I really jumpstart. But I really want to be ready for this season's gardening. And that's because I'm pouring a lot of energy into it for the spring and planning and studying so I can really take that leap and go further than I went last year. Just really studying for your plans is what's going to make them plans succeed when you put that natural push behind it. Another thing I'm doing, I'm on my Crystal Bible heavy. I'm on my Crystal Bible heavy right now also. So study up. I'm also reading Tapping the Power Within by Ayan Vincent. Like, study up. Like I said, do soft things. Drink tea, drink lots of water, rehydrate your body. You want to do physical activity during this time. I think a big thing that you notice during seasons like this is that people are making these workout plans for January, and they're like, Beyonce, like, they're like, whoa, I'm gonna get this work. Like, they're ready to work out hard, and that's good. But I think an important thing to remember is some things are gonna take more gradual steps. An example of this, last year, I wanted to run a 5K. I started training for this 5K, and I started running off rip. I started running 2 miles a day. The stamina had it. I was doing those 2 miles a day. But the knees didn't have it, baby, okay? The knees weren't having any of it, okay? My knees ended up just getting smashed. Like, you know that meme when he's like, that's what my knees were. And I ended up going to the sports medicine doctor, and he was like, really? It's runner's knee. Like, you're going to be okay, but you need to start off smaller intervals and work your way there. And now I can, you know what I'm saying? I can go to the gym, I can get on the treadmill, and I can go 3 miles. I can get on the elliptical, and I can do 3.5. That's a 5K. That's what I mean. Like, you can start, but start gradually. And then when that spring hits, then just push it to the moon. And I'm gonna tell you right now, it's gonna take off. So that's what I'm trying to do. But also, another really good practice to do, if you're not doing as intense physical exercise, is to do something a little more slow and something a little more hot, a little more warm. That could be yoga. They have a couple yoga flows that will, let me tell you, they have a couple yoga flows that will take a girl out. You will be dripping sweat, because I've done them, so I know. So yeah, good yoga flow, a good Pilates, if you want to start, because Pilates, but baby, Pilates is hard, okay? But you could do a good Pilates flow, a good yoga flow, like something slower. That's heat. That's got some heat, build some heat in your body. That's really good right now because it's cold. We're surrounded by cold. It's very cold. I'm in Colorado right now. It's 1 degree outside. I'm not even capping to you. I will put the picture of the weather thing in here. It is 1 degree outside. So just doing things that build heat, that might be a little slower. The energy right now is self-care, self-love. Because for a lot of people, they are feeling the opposite of that. Because winter blues is in full effect. We're in the dead of winter. And I think what happens when you have that winter blues, that seasonal depression, you know, the holidays can sometimes keep you afloat. They can keep you afloat because the energy's good. There's good music. There's good food. There's parties. There's this. You get to dress up. But when the holidays are over, it feels like, you know, it can feel static. And sometimes for a lot of people who have winter blues, you can get to feeling depressed. There's a lot of people with seasonal affective disorder. I did a video about that a couple months back on my channel, so go back and watch that. There is a lot of people who are having issues right now with things like that. Me being one. And so with that being said, like, Please love yourself. Please give self-care. Please do warm things because you need that. You need that. Self-care is all that. Eat well. Drink your water. Take your vitamins. Do your exercise. I am living and thriving with PMDD. And it was kicking my butt yesterday, and I spent the whole morning in bed basically crying till noon. No cap. 12:02, I was like, okay, I gotta get out of bed. I got out of bed. I took a hot shower. Like everything that I gave in the tips for SAD in my video, I just had to give myself my own medicine. Like I got up, I took a shower, I made myself a cup of tea before I even hopped in the shower. Started the tea, that way it was nice and cool enough for me to drink by the time I got out. Had my cup of tea and just tried to sit and breathe. And something I've been telling myself a lot recently is like, I am in control of my thoughts. I am in control of my thoughts. And I will repeat that to myself when I feel like my thoughts are just like running, you know, and really bringing myself back down to center. So this is the time for that, because this is a hard time for a lot of folks. A lot of folks go through a lot, and that's the season. This is the energy for this season. Slowing down, structuring, planning, loving yourself, self-care from every angle. You need to hit it from every angle. You want to push away the things that are not serving and pull closer to you the things that are you-centered, the things that are wellness-centered, the things that are love-centered, loving-centered. An example of this will be, so I talked a little bit about this in my hibernation prep video, was decluttering my house. And honestly, I'm not even gonna lie, because I said I was gonna come back and let y'all know how this went. The decluttering my house has been chef's kiss so far for the mental health. Now that there's less things to trip over and fall over, it feels open, which is one of the hardest things, I think, because I'm such a outdoorsy girly and I love to just be in nature and swim in streams, and like summer is my jam, because I'm just like, it feels like there's endless space. And then when winter hits, everything is like, you know what I mean? Because you're inside, it's cold, you're inside. One thing that I noticed is human nature is always going to be human nature. And yes, I did declutter, but I should have decluttered more. I think human nature is always like, especially when you're someone who deals with different anxiety and depression disorders and things like that, like you don't want to get rid of everything. You start questioning. You're like, but I might do this with this, and I might wear this again. I gotta hold on to this because this or that. And then the next thing you know, like, it reclutters. The concept here is, I keep decluttering, and that's not even just your house. That's your mindset. This is a great time to just keep the train moving. Keep the train moving. Don't wait till spring for spring cleaning. Don't wait, because that's your new year. Make the load lighter, make it easier, make that a smoother transition into that new year. Keep decluttering, keep pushing away mindsets, keep decluttering mindsets, keep decluttering your friend groups. Push all of that away and pull closer wellness practices. Pull closer wellness practices. Read up on herbs, girl. Read up on herbs. Read up on herbs that you know you need. Like, that's what I've been doing. I know I need herbs for hormone balance because I've been having issues with hormone imbalances for the last like 3 years. Keep looking up things that are wellness centered, because when spring hits, we finna pop out. We finna pop out. Think about things that you used to do as well. The new year and your hibernation season are not just good for starting new things, but they're also great for reminding yourself of things you used to do. Pull forward things that are you-centered. Pull forward things that you used to do, things that used to bring you joy, used to bring you calm, used to bring you relaxation, used to bring you happiness, pure unadulterated happiness. Like when they say tap that inner child, like pull forward things you used to love and restart them. Restart them slowly. If you used to paint, you know what I'm saying? Just, you know what I'm saying? Paint something random. Grab a little flower pot and paint on it, or draw, scribble on something, you know? All of that energy is going to keep manifesting the you that you are going to become and grow into in the spring. And it's going to set a foundation for an amazing 2024, an amazing spring season. So that's the energy right now, y'all. That is the energy. I know I just went ham on y'all. I just gave y'all a lot. That's the energy. Journal it. Write it all down. Like, go back. That's another thing. This is my last thing. This is my last little thing. I want y'all, this is like a little challenge. It's a little challenge for this. If you've already been journaling, go back and read pages from your journal. For real. Go back and read pages from your journal. I can distinctly remember a couple times where I was really going through some stuff. Hard stuff. And I journaled through it. And I'm in a place right now where I'm going through hard things still. But I feel like if I can go back and look at the things that I was going through then, and look at the outlook, the positive outlook that I had for them then, how I broke the situations down in a way that I could better swallow the pill. Like, when I look at that, I feel like it helps me a ton. I was flipping through my journal the other day, and my eye just caught a page of manifestations that I made. And I was like, cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, hold on now. It will give you inspiration to produce more positivity. Like, I'm going to rewrite that manifestation list. I am. Because those were some dope manifestations. And I still need all that. You know? But it also can help you realize the things that you have accomplished that you wanted. What you wanted and what you now have from focusing on them. So that's what it is right now, y'all. It's love, it's focus, it's planning, it's intention, it's internal. I'm really excited about this segment, and I really want to continue to do it. It's something that just hit me. Like, literally, I was in the shower and I was like, I think I want to do this now. Let me know if you want me to continue this top of the month rundown, monthly rundown, astrology, energy for the time, what the vibe is, what I'm doing. And yeah, y'all. Okay, I love y'all. I tried to keep it quick because I know sometimes I can get long-winded. So I'm gonna go ahead and head out. But I love y'all. Okay, I'm happy I was able to be here with y'all, and thank y'all for being here with me. And let's just be nice to ourselves right now, guys. This is a hard time. We have to learn to be nicer to ourselves. I feel like we're very critical of ourselves. Like, share, comment, and happy calendar new year. Let's enjoy our hibernation. Peace.